Here we are, El Rushmo, a man, a legend, a way of life. Thank the Lord, Rush Limbaugh's on. We go to Houston. This is Ron. Great to have you with us. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Rush. Ditto's from Houston.
Thank you very much.
I wanted to comment, if I could, on your opening segment about the ideology or lack thereof of President Trump. I think a lot of us who supported him, throughout this campaign and now through his presidency, we realize that he understands basically all classes of Americans, unlike many of the politicians that run the country before. He doesn't think right or left. He thinks the difference between what is right and what is wrong. And we know that he's well-grounded. He's a very successful businessman. I mean, we sincerely believe, and this is why we support him, that he does want to make America great. I think that we can sum up what his ideology is in one word, and that's basically winning. He's all about winning, and he gets things done. I mean, everyone remembers from the campaign trail where he was commenting over and over that America doesn't win anymore. We don't have any victories. And just getting on the point that you mentioned at the outset about using his business acumen, he's able to, achieve extraordinary results in all of these negotiations, which in fact aren't negotiations. Most of the time it's just strategies, how he's getting things done. And he's doing everything that he can to make America great. I mean, the man doesn't settle for second best. All you have to do is look at his life, look at his family. He's not about being second best.
Okay, let me ask you some questions then, just to sort of nail this down. You do not consider Trump to have flip-flopped by launching the Tomahawks into Syria. You do not consider Trump to have flip-flopped to now say, you know what, I don't mind the Export-Import Bank. You don't consider Trump to have flip-flopped by now praising NATO.
No, absolutely not, Rush. In fact, going back to the point about his business acumen, you have to be opportunistic. And when he sees opportunities present themselves, he's going to seize those moments to get an advantage because of the situation. And it's all designed to achieve what needs to be achieved. And he's not going to be sidetracked by what people think or say based on what his actions are. He remains laser focused on what the goals are.
Let me tell you why I brought this up, folks. Thanks, Ron, very much for the call. Starting sometime last night, I'm immersed in show prep never ends. So I'm running across a number of different columns and blog posts that are across the spectrum, left wing, right wing, and there were quite a few of them that were very, very convinced that this was going to blow up Trump's coalition, that this constituted Trump lying to the people that elected him, that all these flip-flops, and all of a sudden NATO's fine, dropping bombs on Syria, Export-Import Bank, all these things that Trump had rejected that now look like flip-flops. And these people were convinced that this is who Trump's always been, that he lied to his base. His base stupidly believed the lies, dumbly believed the lies. But now that Trump has exposed himself, that Trump's base is going to abandon him or start questioning everything. And it's such a sad thing that it's not taken very long for Trump to totally betray the people that voted for him. And I read these, honestly, I'm not exaggerating. I read those with amusement, is why I opened the program today the way I did, by focusing on, again, how amazing it is that so many people who are considered to be political experts haven't the slightest idea, even yet, why Trump got elected, what his base of supporters think about him. They have no idea. They have no clue understanding the connection that Trump's base voters have for him. And that's why I opened the program today. I was because I often have said that Trump has no ideology, and I wish he did. I wish he had conservative tendency, but he doesn't. But I went further today in a never-ending quest to help the confused understand it. And that's what Ron was responding to here. I said Trump essentially doesn't even have, we've got communism. We have Bushism. We had Clintonism. But there isn't a Trumpism. Bullet point for me what the Trump political philosophy is. And you can't do it because he's not a political guy. Now, Ron said there's one bullet point, winning. There's some things you have to understand about Trump. He loves America. He wants to be the greatest place on earth. He thinks political people have made it the mess that it is. And he's been very open and upfront about how he goes about accomplishing things, and that's totally ignored. And it's still, I think, the arrogance of people who think or actually are in the establishment, think they're part of it or actually are. They cannot help themselves, apparently. They take this guy, Trump, who is not a politician in the career sense, and they plug him into their system and analyze what he does and what he says, the way they analyze professional politicians and what they say and do, and they miss it. Which is not news. The news is they're not even getting close to understanding it yet. Despite the never-ending efforts on the part of people like me to help them figure it out.